Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty. And today we're going to be doing some decluttering, starting with eyeshadow palettes. Now, I rarely wear eyeshadow. I'm trying to get back into it. And I think I need to really think about when I put eyeshadow on, what is it I'm really looking for? I don't know if my style has changed completely. I still love a good, like, flaky shadow, like with sparkle. I love that so much. I love a grungy green. I love a neon yellow. I love a deep, like, eggplant color. So I don't have a ton of palettes compared to a lot of people on YouTube and compared to a lot of people that are professional makeup artists. So I still want to go through them. I don't want to get rid of everything. There are some things that I'm going to keep because of nostalgia's sake, but we're going to go through everything and just regular eyeshadow palettes in this first video. All right, so we have a mess here. I am going through my palettes today. I'm going to try to get rid of as much as I can because I don't really wear a lot of eyeshadow, like I said in the intro. Let's just dive in and we'll talk and swatch as much as possible. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I actually did this earlier and did not like the lighting, and I need to get a better setup, but here we go. All right, so I do have some things that are going to be very nostalgic and I'm not going to be getting rid of. And this is one of them. This is a Guerlain. It's an eyeshadow palette, the Ombre Mysterious Butterfly. They're just very soft, very sophisticated. I can show you what a swatch would look like here. It's pretty soft. It's pretty blendable. I rarely wear this. I mean, I rarely wear eyeshadow in general, but the sophisticated look, I guess it's not what I go for, but it's just pretty. It's got the embossed, it's luxury. You know what I mean? It's luxury, and I don't really buy luxury. So we're gonna keep that. Sorry about that mirrored background. Got it from my aunt. Appreciate everything that I get, and so I like to keep those things. Let's see. Oop. Also, I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of the luxury packaging comes with these really weird tools. Not weird, but they're more old school. They're more like, do we really use these little things? And apparently, watching another YouTube channel, she said that the reason for that is people that buy luxury expect to have tools in the packaging because that is part of the luxury for them. So very interesting to note. All right, I got this given to me recently as well, and this kind of reminds me of like the new Kim K palette, the Makeup by Mario palettes, the Master Mattes, and it's not that brand. I can't even find the brand actually. It's called A Matte About You is the name of the pattern, is the name of the palette, but I think I'm gonna keep this for my kit, honestly. Like, they're just some beautiful soft mattes. They seem to be pretty pigmented in a way that is blendable and workable. So we'll see. We'll see how that works in the kit. I am trying to redo my kit quite a bit. Still keeping it low, but just updating what's in there. So this, I think, will be a good addition for that. So thank you to Kim for giving that to me. Hey, take it out, take it outside. Why the pets gotta be like right up in your business? All right, so this is another one that was given to me by my aunt. It's a Huda Beauty neon palette, and I'm going to not keep the mattes in here. I'm just gonna take this shimmer out. Where is it? This shimmer right here, this pink shimmer. Oh, well, that's not helpful. That was the one I used, the brown. But it's got like a, I don't know how to, I don't know if this is focusing at all. Can you hear the animals chasing each other? It's just this it's a fuchsia pink, but it's got like this fuchsia glitter in it. Not glitter, I don't know. It's just a very cool formula, and I like this tone. So I'm just gonna take that, I'm just gonna deep pot this and get rid of the rest. So that's going in a depotted spot. I have quite a few Natasha Denona palettes. This is a small palette. It's not a mini, but it's a small. And these colors are gorgeous, but I have a lot of these colors, and I have a lot of these colors in like the Natasha Denona style. So I'm gonna pass this on to my cousin Mandy if she would like it. I'll send her a little picture of that. This was from my Aunt Becky, which she sends me quite a bit of the things I actually have right now. So this is beautiful, but I don't want too many multiples in things that I rarely wear. This is just an empty Natasha Denona palette. I'm gonna keep it actually so that I can take things with me if I really, really want to and use it as a travel palette. I'm gonna get rid of this Clarity Cosmetics, Clarity Professional. The mattes are actually really nice, and this is just a black and a brown, but I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this just because it's just really, really old, and some things just need to be tossed, you know what I mean? All right, here's another one that was given to me by Kim. This is by Wander Beauty, the Wondrous Seascape. This is stunning. This is stunning. I mean, really beautiful. Like, I think I'm gonna pass this on and see if somebody wants this that could really use it, just because I have so many things that are similar, but the palette is just really pretty. I think it's got quite a bit to offer because it's got different, I don't know how they stay on the eyes, but it does have different formulas inside. Even the shimmers are a little different from each other. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, I'm gonna pass that one on as well. I'm trying to pass as much on as possible, but also not get rid of everything I love just because. Like this one, this is actually, a lot of these colors in here are some of my favorites to wear in my eyes when I do wear eyeshadow, and this is the At Forest Sight palette from ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie, and she is one of my favorite YouTubers ever. I love her realness. And I just love, like, I love a deep, like purpley mauve eggplant. I love a deep tealy green blue. She's got a little duochrome in here. And this is like a traditional like green brown duochrome, but it's still pretty cool to have in a ColourPop palette. And I just love her. And I actually like the ColourPop formula. I actually keep a lot of it in my kit, but this aesthetic is so me. I love me some mushrooms. I don't know if you can see, but like that's like one swipe in. So really great palette, and more for nostalgia than anything. We'll be keeping that. All right, I have 3 BH Cosmetics ice cream palettes. These are insanely beautiful. I really do not want to get rid of these, and I'm thinking about moving them to my kit. But these are stunning. I'll put a little bit on the inside of my hand here. Man, this is so hard because when I like color, I really like color. The BH Cosmetics formula was amazing. Like truly, truly amazing. And I hope that they're coming back at some point with some new stuff, because I think it's a brand that we really need back in our lives because of the affordability and the amazingness of the actual formulas. So I have the blue one here. I also, which is bubblegum. I have the pistachio, which is the green. And these are deceiving because they look just, you think you're gonna get what you're seeing, but you actually get something a little different and a little bit more unique. Also, just the pigmentation is really amazing. It's just so good. I mean, look at that. And not everybody wants a super pigmented eyeshadow, and I get that. So this might not be for everyone, and I don't even know if you can still buy them. But I have the green, the blue, and then the red, because this can be used as blushes. These can be used as blushes. So I love a bright blush. These are just really beautiful, and it's really hard to find gorgeous reds. You know, red is very hard to wear on the eye, but oh my gosh. Ugh. Just amazing. Just so stunning. Look at these. I mean, look at that. That's like a vampire costume waiting to happen. So I'm keeping these somehow. Maybe I will depot. Maybe I'll keep them in my kit. Maybe I'll keep them in my like costumey, cosplay type drawer where I don't use it much, but they're just so good. It's really hard to get rid of something that's just so good even when you don't use them. So these are going to go into a maybe kit, maybe something else pile with this one. All right, I do have a couple other BH Cosmetics, so let's just go through those. This one I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of, never say never, but this is the Lost in Los Angeles, and this is a pastel palette with a little bit of interest. Like, it's not all super light. They're all pigmented enough to actually show the pastel on your eye, and there's some really cool shimmers in here. I'm not gonna swatch it, but I mean, like to have this deep olive right here, this deep olive shimmer is kind of a twist. So I like, it's like a twist on the pastel palette. And again, BH Cosmetics, their formula is so, so good. So keeping this for sure, for sure. This one I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of. I do love blues on my eyes very, very much, but this one doesn't have a ton of the ones I like. And I mean, again, really love this palette so, so much. So if you want this, I'll send it to you. I really want them to come back. I mean, just look at that. Look at that. I just have a lot of singles that I like better, and I just need to get rid of things, right? There's no need for stuff if we're not using it, especially if we have things that are very similar in our collection. Also this, I mean, this is hard because I really love this periwinkle. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe this is a comeback too. No, we're gonna get rid of it. But like, what if I can't find a periwinkle somewhere else? Look at this. Okay, we're getting rid of it. We're getting rid of it. All right, here's another one I think I'm gonna get rid of. I've kept this for a long time. I think it's beautiful. They can be used as blushes. This is the Ace Beauté Nostalgia palette. I really love the colors in here. I love this deep tone here, but again, I have something similar. The shimmers are insane. Like, it's a great formula. The powders, the mattes are a little like thinner, a little bit more powdery. I don't know if you can see like the hit on that. It's kind of hard because it's getting dark outside. So we've had a lot of rain here lately, so it's definitely affecting that lighting, but gonna get rid of that. It's served me well, I will say. It has served me really, really well. Okay, here's one I'm not getting rid of. This is the Clionadh Cosmetics, the Dragon Fruit palette. So it's Clionadh and Emily Violet Marie. That's the cover. And this was my first purchase from Clionadh Cosmetics, and it is amazeballs. This, I use this so, so much. We'll put this on the inner part of the hand. These are duochromes. These are shifty shades. These are crumbly and sheer in some places. It's just these are amazing. And these are so expensive when you get them individually. So I wanted to get a palette where I thought I would use some of the actual shimmers in there, the colors. Woo! One of my favorite palettes for sure. All right, here's one I think I'm gonna get rid of, even though this is something I wanted for so long and my aunt sent it to me. This is the Subculture palette by Anastasia. This had tons of drama around it for good reason. Again, I really love these colors. I love a deep, dark maroony eggplant. I love a deep, I love a mustard yellow. I love an olive green, a bronze. Like, this is an amazing color palette for myself, but these get a little patchy on me, and usually an ABH formula works really well, but they just don't stay on long term on me. So the palette is really cool. I'm glad to have it, but I think I'm gonna pass it to someone who will wear it more often, and maybe it'll stay better on their particular eyes, because it does not stay well. Like, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, there's like a kind of a cool, let's see, it's kind of a shifty shade there at the top. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. But I'm gonna jump and get rid of it, because sometimes you gotta just do it even though you don't want to, because you won't miss it. Like, I've not really used it, you know what I mean? Here's one that I'm keeping. This is the Club Nebula palette with Angelica Nyqvist. She's a YouTuber that I follow, and this is with the brand Kaleidos. This is also one of my favorite palettes. The packaging is amazing. Now, these are mattes that stay, and actually we should compare this to the ABH palette. Not many crossover really, but you know, like some of this deep, these deep tones here. Let me turn it upside down so the mirror doesn't get us. The shimmers in here are stunning. I mean, Oh God, I really love this palette so much. I think I want to keep some of these out so that I start using them. The reason I like these shimmers are they're a little thinner, they're a little more sheer, where you get kind of a, like you can build them up, but they're more of topper style. So you can use them in different ways there. Let's see if I can get, there you go. And these mattes, like I said, these are some of my favorite matte formulas. I would say this matte formula and the Melt formula stay on my eyes the most. So again, Kaleidos, I would love to see more from you. Like, they haven't really brought out a lot. I have one of their pink blushes and that stays on quite a bit. So whatever they do with their formula really stays on my skin, and I'm very oily. So I'm appreciative of that, and we'll be keeping that one for sure. Speaking of Melt, this is the Melt Mary Jane palette. It's their version of a neutral palette, and I freaking love it. It looks like nothing special, I will tell you that right now, but because these shimmers and mattes stay on my eyes so easily, I mean, this is a favorite. Like, it just has to be. I mean, I don't know what they do that these actually stay on my eyes, but like, this formula is, people hate it or they love it. There's no in between, I don't think. And there's been talk of like different formulas and different palettes, and I don't have enough palettes to do that deciphering. I don't know, it's the top near close to the fingers right there. But I'll definitely be keeping this because I don't know what they're doing, but it stays on my eyes, and that is something I'm forever grateful for, because you cannot find that. Nothing stays on my face anymore. And this is my favorite palette of all time. This is the Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions palette. I'm thinking about getting a backup because there's been a broken one here, and these do tend to break. That is one of the downfalls of Melt Cosmetics. I have so many looks wearing this, but it's got like a little bit of a grungy olive, grungy greeny, grungy gold, and then like a deep teal into mint. Here, I'll do some on my other hand. Maybe it's a little bit. And again, I don't understand what they do, because the formula just works for me. And with such a greasy face and in such a humid climate, like, you take what you can get. And these, like, this doesn't look like super special, right? Like, so many eyeshadow palettes are super special now, but the special part of this is the formula for me and the color stories. I have a second Kaleidos palette that I will be keeping. They remind me a lot of Melt in their aesthetic and their packaging, and this is one of the coolest packagings I've ever seen. This is the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. I could not wait for this to come out. It's got a magnetic, and then it's got a mirror, which is amazing. Again, it's got a little grunge, it's got a little neon, it's got a little mint, it's got some dusty mauve. It's just stunning. It's just really, really stunning. And let me see. I'm trying not to swatch everything, but it is really hard. I'll give you a matte, and then like this, that right there is the Kaleidos Flower Punk. And some people don't like these color stories. They don't think it matches, but I like things that contrast, and I think it's perfection, absolutely perfection. I mean, look at that packaging. Kaleidos, we want more. We want more of you. All right, this is another one where I'm just gonna depot. So I do have a depotting, oh, what happened? I do have a depotting pile. I'm sad about this. So this palette sucks big time, but I love it for this pink and this right here. I'm gonna try and get, my fingers are so dirty, like you're not even gonna be able to really see what, like the swatch here. This is so unprofessional. I don't know if you can see that. Like that, this came out a long time ago, and this has a beautiful shift to it. This is Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne. Like, this is a long time ago, before any, I mean, I feel like this was before like duochromes were coming out in the mainstream. So this was a little twist and a little uniqueness and a little surprise. So I'll be depotting these two along with this one from the Huda Beauty and putting it in a, you know, some of my single palettes. All right, we have Glam Shop and we have some Juvia's Place. Now, this is going to be really hard because I really waited for a long time to get these and I asked for these as gifts. So I might be keeping this one because of the neon yellow here. This neon green is very interesting. Like, yellows are some of my favorites. I'm sorry about the lighting. Just trying to see if you can see this. So dirty, so dirty. I think I'm gonna keep this one, but I'm going to get rid of, oh no, not the coffee shop. Where's the other one? This one I just got, the coffee shop I just got. So I'm gonna use this a little bit before I think about decluttering it. I very much love getting gifts like this. I just have to be careful with what I bring into the house and what I keep. So this is the coffee shop one. I'm gonna keep this one because I just got it and I'm gonna play with this. I'm gonna keep this one, and then the tribal palette. No, this is the tribe. What is the other one? I need to go find that one, but it is, let me just go get it. Okay, this is the Nomad palette. This one I also really, really wanted. This is stunning. This is a stunning color. Is it something I don't have anywhere else in my collection? No. So we're gonna get rid of that. I love these warm grungy tones, but warm doesn't really look good on me. So really the only color that I would be using would be like this row. So I'm gonna let somebody else use this one and then I'll keep the other one for now. All right, this is another one of my favorite brands. Now, I love them for their shimmers. Their mattes are just okay, and they don't really stay on my eyes perfectly. They are more of a soft, thin formula. But you guys, these shimmers are insane. They're chunky, glittery, like, they're not like the smooth shimmers from like ABH, not ABH, BH Cosmetics. These have like where you can layer and still see a color underneath, or you can build them up. They're very shifty shades. They're just really cool. They're just really, really cool. These also break a little bit more like the Melt, but I'm keeping the yellow one. The green one I might actually repurchase, but I've lost 3 of the shimmers, which is a really, really, really big bummer. This is again Glam Shop. I believe this is Polish or German. I'll have to look it up, but this color is just one of my favorites, like, of all time. Like, look at that. Like, what the heck? So I have to be very careful with these. Again, this is an affordable brand for these gorgeous shimmers. So even though I just used the shimmers out of this palette, it's still worth it. But sadly, they're very, very, very fragile. All right, I have a Comfort Zone palette, an original Comfort Zone Wet n Wild color icon palette. I have multiples, so I'm gonna give this away. I have the Daydream, Sunshine the Bee, and Calave, an indie brand, and this is like a paint palette, water activated eyeliners, paints for the face. I'm clearly not getting rid of this because I like to do fun looks, you know, sometime in my life. Maybe not today. Maybe not the last year, but one day I'll get back there. And then I have some Natasha Denona palettes. So my aunt goes through these, takes the ones she wants, sends them over, what's left, and I'm very appreciative. So what I did was, I don't even think that this is definitely not the Glam palette. I'm just keeping it in the Glam palette packaging. But, so this is part Glam palette, Natasha Denona. This is part Zendo. This is part a lot of different Natasha Denona colors. But so I'm just mixing the ones I do have into one palette, so I don't have to have multiple big palettes in my collection. So I'm going to keep this. Now this is a bigger pan, so I can't put these all together because the ones in here are a smaller pan size. So I'm keeping this one, and this is part of the Safari palette and part of another palette. And then I'm gonna get rid of this empty palette here. So that'll go in the trash. So I'll be keeping these two Natasha Denonas. And then we will go through my singles in another video. Okay guys, we are done with the first declutter. I kept around 13 eyeshadow palettes, and I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 official ones. 7 official. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are maybes / might be better for my kit. And then I have a couple here that I'm going to depot. And then in the second video, we will do single shadows. And so I'll do a lot more swatching in that one. You'll see what I've depotted and what I'm gonna keep. I don't have a ton, but I do have a lot for me personally. So that's it for the first one, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.